There comes a time when your music library gets stale. For us, we like to explore new to us artists. In this episode, we'll be going over 3 musical projects and rating them 1 to 5.
Hello, Cinti.
Hi, Chanel.
We made it a goal for ourselves to explore new music this year. So let's talk about some of the albums / EPs we've been listening to.
Oh, wow. That is true. We did talk about that. And
it's true.
I think we've been doing pretty good so far this year with music.
I think so.
Let's start with the first one, which is someone new to me. You actually introduced me to her.
Ooh, okay.
And her name, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Her name is Baby Tate. Baby Tate. Yeah. So when you came to visit me earlier this month, you introduced me to Baby Tate and her EP, which I need to look at the title. Do you remember? It's something?
Yeah,
Sexploration.
It's Sexploration.
Oh, is it just Sexploration?
The musical. Well, the full title is Baby Tate presents Sexploration, the musical EP.
Yeah, EP. Yes. So that blew my mind.
Period. It snatched my wig.
It snatched my wig. I will say, I actually knew who Baby Tate was before you introduced me to her. Obviously, in the world that we're living in with social media, she came up on my TikTok feed once, and she had a bar from one of her songs, or the last song in her EP, Wig, and I couldn't place it. I couldn't find it. And it was one of those things where I tried to type in the words and whatever, and I was putting in Baby Tate, but her caption was related to lyrics from You Wish by Flyana Boss. So I thought that she had done a feature on that song, or that song got remixed. I remember there was a discussion that the song got remixed. So I could not find that lyric. So it was just one of those things where I remember talking to you. You were like, hey, I'm going to go see this artist Baby Tate in concert. And I'm like, oh, is she good like that? And you're like,
she was good like that.
Oh, yeah. And yes. So you played her EP for me from beginning to end, from Love Everybody or I Love Everybody to Wig. And I was on the edge of my seat jamming.
Wholeheartedly
jamming.
San Francisco, right?
We were what?
We were driving to San Francisco.
Oh yeah, we were swerving the streets of San Francisco. It was dangerous, but I was having a great time. And then I proceeded to listen to her songs on repeat. Anytime I need something to hype me up, I will start the EP and go from beginning to end. And I'll have my key songs, I love me some Lollipop. I love Jersey. I love the whole thing. The only thing that kind of mellows me a bit is I Love Everybody, but I think that's a great intro to the EP. But after that song until Wig, I'm out here just jamming.
Yeah, I would say I have to agree with that. Love Everybody is not a bad song. It's not a bad song.
No, not at all.
But the rest of the EP,
it's so
slaps.
Good. It's so good.
Slaps.
So good.
Yeah.
And because of it, what I do with Spotify, you know how Spotify, it kind of or actually you don't have Spotify, you use Apple Music.
Yeah, I use Apple Music.
So with Spotify, sometimes if you don't, you have an option where you can have the album or EP, whatever you're listening to of that artist on loop. I typically just click one of the songs, and then once the EP is over, I let it just kind of recommend me songs based off of that. So what Spotify will do is if I click an artist album, it will start giving me more songs either from the artist or within the artist genre. And so I've been just listening to the full expanse of Baby Tate. Some songs like Mickey, I didn't even realize that it was hers. Hey Mickey, you're so fine. She sampled that. Yep. And then also I realized that she does a lot of songs with Flo Milli, who I also really, really like. So sooner or later, I feel like Baby Tate was going to become one of my artists. But
period.
You just introduced her to me faster.
Period.
Yep.
Let me tell you, I love me some Baby Tate. I love me some Baby Tate.
When did you find Baby Tate? How long did you know the Baby Tate?
So off of her, let me see. Off of her, I'm looking at her discography. Give me a second. So I definitely heard a song off of her first album. Her first album's called Colors. It might have been, I don't remember. It's literally all the colors of the rainbow. I don't remember which one, but I definitely heard one off of that. And I was like, okay, that's cute.
Mm-hmm.
It's cute. And then I think the song that got me in, girl. Hold on, I'm trying to find it. Give me a second.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a second. I didn't come prepared.
You didn't come prepared to a podcast?
Yeah, I didn't come prepared. Oh my God. What is this song called? You know what? Let me look at my library because I know it's in there because I'll be bumping it.
Oh, her discography. I'm just looking at the albums that she released, or EPs, albums and EPs. She's been doing this since 2016.
It's true. So the song that first introduced me to her came out in 2018. It's called Pretty Girl. And this song, I was like, who is this? Pretty girl, I don't buy drinks at the bar. I was like, who? Okay, girl, we see you. We see what you rocking with. That I played that song repeat. And then after that, I got back in with, I feel like the song that made it undeniable that I was a Baby Tate fan is probably the one that's like, I am healthy, I am wealthy, I am rich, I am that rich.
Yes.
That song, I Am, with featuring Flo Milli, that's the one I got. And I was like, this girl is crazy. She's crazy, and I am a super fan.
Do you want to talk about your concert experience, going to her concert?
So good. Cindy, first of all, let me set the scene, because you should have been there. It was insane.
I would have been there if I could.
It was insane. So, you know, me and Aaron, we got there, and it was at the Echo in LA, which is a pretty popular venue. And so I got there. It was on a Wednesday. I'm coming from work, like hectic. I ran next door to grab some pizza. That pizza was good. What was that pizza called? It was like 3 something. Oh. Three slice, 3 something like that. That place was bomb, right next to the Echo. If you go to the Echo, get that pizza. That was good.
Alrighty. On the list.
On the list. So yeah, we were waiting in line. We showed up an hour early, just because, you know, we got to beat the traffic. You know, we're just coming straight from work. So then we waited, we got in, and we were like, this is a tiny venue. This is a small venue. And we got here early. We were second in line in the stage. Does that make sense? So there was all the people who got in like super early because they bought the meet and greet. They were the first layer. We were second layer, girl.
Oh, shoot. So you guys were
right
practically,
there.
you could like touch the stage.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely could touch the stage. And the stage is very elevated, so we could see pretty much everything. And we were normally me and Aaron, we chill in the back. We don't like that action. We like to sit down. We like to enjoy ourselves and not, you know, be doing the mostest and having our feet hurt. But this was too tempting. It was too tempting to have a second, you know, like a second layer spot and be able to see well and just like be in it. So, girl, we had an opener. I don't remember. You see, I don't remember her name. Give me a second.
Okay.
I think it was Chloe, but I think I can check on my ticket. Let me see if I can find it.
Wait, Chloe Bailey? Absolutely
not. Come on, girl. Get it together. That's a funny joke, though.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean for that. But anyway, continue.
Get it together, girl. Get it together. Hold on. Let me see if it's on my ticket. Or did they get rid of it? Okay, here's the ticket. Oh, it's Chloe the God. Chloe the God.
Okay.
She was good. I liked her energy. Her DJ first opened with like 30 minutes and the DJ was killing it. I did not get her name, but she was killing it, girl. I was dancing because I'm like, What else are we gonna do? We're standing here in a crowd. I'm gonna dance, so I'm doing my little 1-2 step. I was getting it. And then Chloe the God came out. Beautiful voice. She's got like a very deep voice, which I like. I like when women have deep voices. But yeah, sounded great, looked great. Her energy was great, vibe. And then after that, Baby Tate came out. She came out, girl. It was so good. The entire show was good. They had 2 breaks where they had drag queens from the music video.
Yeah.
They came on stage and were performing. Mm-hmm. Okay. They did a whole routine. It was a drag show up in this. They were killing it. I was here for it. And then we also had Baby Tate perform all of her songs. And then she let us know that apparently this is her first headline tour ever.
That's insane.
That's insane. And I was like, how, Sway? How? But we see you, girl. And apparently she told us also that she's been living in LA for the first time ever for a year. So I didn't know that. We got Baby Tate. I need her to have a couple more shows.
Yeah, she needs to have a full tour so that I can go. Because the main reason why I wasn't down there was because it happened on a Wednesday.
Yep.
Yeah. If it was a Friday, I probably could have made it work.
Mm-hmm. It would have been worth it. She absolutely demolished. She was singing. She was dancing. She was engaging. She looked great. Everything was fantastic. I was screaming out the top of my lungs, singing all the songs and dancing. One of my favorite concerts, hands down. She did a fantastic job.
Yo, I'm jealous. And I will be forever jealous.
I told you, freaking Doechii was there.
Yeah, you did.
So random. Doechii was in the crowd and she called some like random fans up to the stage, right? And Doechii was one of them. And Doechii did a little split and broke it down on the dance floor. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Doechii. I need to see her in concert as well.
Yeah, she's also on my list.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, 10 out of 10 concert. Highly recommend. Fantastic artist.
It is on my list. She is on my list of performers I need to see.
Mm-hmm.
But do you want to move? Shall we move on to the next performer on my list?
Before we move on, let's do a quick rundown of the songs, real quick.
Rundown of
our opinion.
Yeah, our opinion on each one. Give them a rating?
Ooh, we could do a little rating.
So we're just going based off the EP, right?
Yeah, just her EP, Baby Tate Presents Sexploration, the musical.
Okay. Ooh, I also would like to mention that the Sexploration, Baby Tate Presents Sexploration, the musical, it came out on my birthday. So I just like to throw that out there. This is a birthday present to me.
Oh my God. Help me. What's your sign, Cindy?
Scorpio. Yeah, do I give Scorpio?
I don't know. I don't know much about Scorpios. I just know Aaron's a Scorpio.
Mm-hmm.
But I heard y'all have a bad rap, so I don't know.
See, I've also heard that as well, that we have a bad rap. But I don't know. Supposedly, the people who know the signs, they say that I do not give Scorpio until you get to know me. So initially, I've been told I'm actually very shy and reserved. And then later on, they're like, yeah, I should have never questioned you were a Scorpio. You're the most Scorpio. And when I ask what that means, they just go, you know. And I'm like, I do not. I really don't. But I will say this. Me and my closest homegirls, we're Scorpios. We be kikiing. We be living our best life. So if being a Scorpio just means that we're the baddest, then I'll take it.
I don't know about that.
It may be controversial. Ooh, you said cutting this segment. You asked.
Woo! I did ask. Period.
Anyway, so let's do it. Let's set the like baseline of what we're gonna do for each one of these. We're gonna go and give a rating 1 to 5 of these songs for the EP, and then we'll give an overall rating for the EP and then album, whatever we're gonna be talking about based off the new artists that we've listened to so far. But let me ask: do you want it to give an explanation to why we gave? No, actually, let's just give an explanation for why we gave the entire album or EP the score, because some artists that I think we're going to be talking about today have a lot of songs. So if we go through and explain each one, it could take a little too long.
If I would say if the spirit moves you and you have something to say about the specific song, we'll allow it, but we'll keep it short. We'll keep it sweet, because I think there's some songs I want to elaborate on.
I think as well, depending on if like we have very differing scores. Like if there's a song that you gave a 5 and I gave a 1, then we need to discuss. But other than that, I think, like you said, if some songs need a discussion, yes, but it will depend on each song.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's go.
Let's start with the first song. Love Everybody. Yes.
Okay. I don't love this song.
Oh.
I would give it a 3.5.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with that. I would say the same thing. It's a great song to open, but it's not my favorite song on the EP.
Yeah, period.
3.5 out of 5. Alrighty, next song. Lollipop.
5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. I love one of my favorite off the EP, and that's hard. It's so good.
Yeah, it's a 5 for me too.
Period.
Okay.
Jersey.
Yeah.
Who's the next one?
Should I go first?
5.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
You ready?
You can go first for the next two. Sorry.
Jersey's also a 5. I don't even know why I'm pausing. Yeah, Jersey's a 5.
So good. So good.
Grip. I'm going to give Grip a 4.5.
You see, I definitely can understand that. I was going back and forth between a 4.5 and a 5. I gave it a 5.
Shocker.
Shocker. The trend continues.
Yeah.
Because so when I first listened to it, I was like, this is cute or whatever, but it keeps growing on me. It keeps growing on me. And especially listening to the song with other people, I'm going ham.
Right.
Like, it's a really good song, but I can see the 4.5. I'm just leaving it at a 5 because it keeps growing on me. It's
growing on me though. Like I will say initially, Love Everybody and Grip, I think we're at the same. I used to skip Grip actually, but after listening to it, it's currently at a 4.5. I would not be surprised if you saw me on the side, like caught me on the side of the street and were like, Cindy, what would you give Grip? I'd probably look at you and be like, it's a 5 because the song is good, but if I'm going to be comparing it to the other ones, I still like the other songs on this EP more than I like Grip.
What about Wig, Cindy? The last song?
Wig? I'm sorry, but like I know we're only going on a scale of 1 to 5. That song to me is a 10. I'm so sorry. It's a 10. 10.
Period.
It's a 10. I'm one of the judges, like in her music video.
The drag show.
Yeah, the drag show holding the 10. Like I'm holding a 10. Wig? It doesn't matter what mood I am in. That song hypes me the fuck up.
That song. It's so good.
It is so good.
It's so fun. It's so energetic. And I just like the vibe of like, I don't care, but I'm still making a good track.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Just having fun.
Yep. So technically a
Favorite
10
song?
for me, but if I wanted to stay on the scale of 1 to 5, this song is a 5 with an exclamation point.
Period. 5.
Yeah.
5.
Mhm.
5. So then overall, what would you give this EP?
Oh, in all honesty, this EP deserves a 4.5 out of 5.
Yeah, I agree.
Like,
4.5 out of 5.
Yeah.
If
And the thing
Love
that sucks,
Everybody,
yeah,
if we could have made that one a little bit better.
and that's what I was about to say. The thing that sucks is Love Everybody, because even with Grip getting a 4.5, I still technically would have given the album or the EP itself a 5, because Grip is going to be a 5 eventually.
Yeah.
But yeah, Baby Tate presents Sexploration the musical gets a 4.5 out of 5 for me. How about you,
and
Chanel?
Cindy, I also agree with that. A 4.5 out of 5. I would like to know, Cindy, what is your favorite song on the album? You only have one song. All the rest of them disappear forever.
Wig. Duh.
Oh God.
What?
You see, this is really hard for me.
Why'd you ask the question if it was going to be hard for you to answer?
Because I like to stir the pot. So
there's no question for me. It's Wig.
I think it's Jersey.
I mean, they're all good, but if I had to pick one, it would be Wig for me.
If I had to pick one, it would have to be Jersey. That Jersey beat goes too hard. It goes too hard. She's killing it on stage.
If your only song is Jersey and my only song is Wig, we'll just band together and listen to those both.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We get those songs together.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Baby Tate, fantastic job.
I'm a fan. I'm a big fan. I'm super excited to see where she goes and listen to more of her music.
Mm-hmm. And let me know, girl, when you have your next show. Okay, in California. We gonna be there.
I'm gonna do my best. I would love if you came to SF, but I will do my best. Just make it on like a Friday or Saturday so I don't have to ask for time off, please.
Yeah, the Wednesday shows, Tuesday shows, Thursday shows be killing me.
Those are hard.
It hurts.
It does indeed. Okay.
Yes.
Who is somebody new that you've listened to recently, Chanel? I said Baby Tate. Who is your new artist of 2024?
You see, my new artist of 2024 so far is Milk.
Milk? Milk. Period.
Yes.
Oh, you know what I just realized? We didn't even say this for Baby Tate, but I was going to ask this for Milk. What genre of music is Baby Tate before we get into Milk?
Oh, so I think Baby Tate is hip hop / rap and also pop.
Okay.
And R&B.
Okay.
She gets around.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty. Sorry about
those
that.
3.
But,
no, you're fine. Elaborate. Period.
Yeah. So now I'm bringing it back to Milk. Milk. Who are Milk? Who is Milk? What is the proper way to say that? Who is Milk?
I personally like Milk. Period.
Mm-hmm.
Who is the band Milk? Period.
Mm-hmm.
So, Cindy, we found this artist together. We
did.
banded together to find this artist. We were watching this show called Wayne on YouTube Premium. And we were doing first episode, last episode. We'll just sit down, find a show that we're like, I don't know if that's going to be a good show. Watch the first episode. If we are really digging the first episode, we'll watch the whole thing. If we're not, then we'll just skip to the last episode, watch the last episode, and keep it pushing.
Right.
It's a lot of fun. We highly recommend. So the main actor, we were really, I don't know, we kind of got low-key fixated on this. The main actor in Wayne.
The way that happened was, so just to give you guys context, the lead actor's name is Mark McKenna. First of all, Wayne, completely irrelevant. I'm not going to go deep into the show, but one of the things that kind of caught our attention was the fact that they were doing Boston accents. And my first question was like, because you can tell by watching it that they're not from Boston and those accents are not real. So I was like, I wonder where everybody is from. So I found that Mark McKenna, he is Irish, from Ireland. And we kind of went down a rabbit hole of watching different like interviews of him, just because we were very intrigued by him as a person, as an actor, just because his filmography is not that long. And so we were just like, what other work has he been in? What does he do? Like, I will tell you this, the person he portrays in like his shows or movies is completely different than his own personal personality.
He is actually acting.
He is. He's a great actor. Like, he's a very good actor. He's very talented. But in that process, like, we were going through, I was like, I looked over at you, Chanel, and I was like, Mark McKenna makes music.
And I was like, what is going on?
Exactly. And
especially because when we were watching those interviews, he was monotone, would not even like look at the camera if he's being, or like the person who's interviewing him. He would just be very quiet, very slouchy. He gives off very like sickly Victorian man. Oh. And so
okay.
You said, oh.
I did. I wasn't expecting that.
He gives that vibe. Am I wrong?
No comment.
So seeing him act the way he did, which was like completely different character, and then also finding out that he does music, which you think you need like a personality or like some energy to do some music, and we were not sure he had the chops to do that.
So from there, we started listening to, I think the first song that we listened to by Milk, period, I think it was A Little More, which is from Spotify. Spotify gives you a ranking of like 5 of their most popular songs. It's their most popular song as showed by Spotify, at least from what I can see. And it was a single that was released in 2019. And in the process of us like looking through, we saw that they recently released an EP, I believe in 2023, December actually of 2023. And we decided to give it a listen outside of that other song that we listened to first. And I think one of the things that we were so shocked by was we really, really liked it.
We really liked it, and we watched a performance of one of the songs. I can't remember if it was A Little More or a different one. And we were like, I have no idea what he's saying, but this sounds good.
It's
I
good.
like it.
Yeah.
And he's all monotone in his energy and like his face. He's just like playing this guitar or whatever and singing, and we're like, okay, but I'm into it. I'm into it.
Yeah, I would say it's like, one of the things we both agreed upon was it gave a lot of the 1975 vibes. Yes. And I think that's where, at least for me, it hit nostalgia. But at the same time, even though it was like the 1975, there was still something about it that was like different in the sound that I found more comforting, at least in this stage, where I was like, oh, this is actually very soothing music. But at the same time, I kind of want to like bob my head to it. So I personally really liked it. And funny enough, one of the things that we found out in the process of finding this group or this artist in this group was that they're actually currently, or they were on tour in December, and they were in the United States for said tour, and they were in the Bay Area where I reside. And funny enough, when we were looking at the dates, Chanel was actually visiting me at the time in which like all this is happening, and we were like gallivanting through San Francisco, and come to find out that they were performing in SF the same time Chanel and I with our friend Maddie were in SF, and we happened just to be 5-6 minutes from the venue, but we had no idea. We had no idea who they were. We had no idea they were playing.
And the craziest part was that we drove down the street where the venue was, probably like maybe an hour before the show.
Yeah.
So
we were driving
really
around.
We could have went to their show if we knew.
Right.
But Milk, if you're listening, Milk period, if you're listening, we will come to, a show if you come back here.
Oh, they're definitely going to come back. They have to.
Yes.
They definitely have to. If not, I would not be opposed to,
I think we got plans to go to Ireland.
We do. We really do indeed.
UK,
and
sir.
I mean, I hope we're going to be there in the next 2 to 3 years, and I do not foresee this band disbanding in that amount of time.
Hopefully
give me one more EP milk period and give me one more tour, and I will see you at a venue near me or a venue near you.
Exactly. So yeah.
Now shall we go into ranking?
Yeah, let's get into it.
So the EP that we're looking at for Milk Period is titled 3, the EP. Period. And there are 7 songs on said EP. Mm-hmm. So, do you want to start with the first one?
Yes.
And the title of this one is It's the Internet's World. We're Just Living in It, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. It's the Internet's world, and we're just living in it.
Yeah.
So, what would you give this song?
I would give this song a 4 out of 5.
Okay. I would have to agree with you. I think this is a great way for them to open it. It's it kind of hits I wanted to say syncopation, but I'm not going to put in any music terms. I don't know what those mean. But it's upbeat. I think it kind of brings you in, and then it kind of hits hard, and it's just oh yeah, it's the internet's world, we're just living in it, or whatever they say. I like it a lot, so I would also give it an 4 out of 5.
4 out of 5.
Mm-hmm.
The next song, London, period.
London. Oh wait, yeah, I think that's another point as well. Every single one of these songs have a period at the end of it, so I should have said it's the internet's world, we're just living in it, period. Period. Okay, Chanel, what would you give London?
London, that's a very good question. 5!
Yeah.
5!
I agree.
This song is
so good. It's so
good.
And
I remember when we first played it, we put it on and we were just sitting there, and then we looked at each other, and then we were like, this is a good song.
It was so
And then we just sat there in silence.
I think it's just because we were so in shock. Because we were clowning Mark McKenna. We really were. We were going from interview to interview, being like, how in the world is there such a contrast between his acting persona and his actual persona? Or at least, I'm not going to say his actual. I'm going to say his interview persona. Because I don't know this man. So I do not know how he's like in real life. But acting persona versus interviewing persona, 2 different people. To making music and having a huge music career, I would have never would have expected music at this caliber. So and listening,
I remember, Cindy, we were like, okay, so he's good at the music thing. Let's watch a music focus interview. Maybe he has a personality then. Maybe he comes out of his shell when that happens. And not really, but I feel like for him, he's coming out of his shell when he's doing the music interviews. Yeah, he smiled one time.
He smiled more than once.
He made a joke.
My whole thing is this. It just gives, and I personally get it, even just doing these podcasts, hitting record, it just, you're fumbling of your words, where I'm sure if we caught him, if we went to his concerts, because they're smaller venues and they're more intimate, I'm sure there's opportunities for fans to meet them. I feel like he would have he'd be great to talk to, especially if it's about his music, because it's obvious that he's passionate about this work. So that's why I'm just going to say it's an interview persona. It's not his true persona, because again, I haven't met this man, but yeah, I could see he was livelier in the Rolling Stones interview over interviews for Wayne, and then also an interview for, I forget the name of that book. But,
One of Us is Lying? Is that one?
That's something like that. Yep.
Yes.
Alrighty. So we got Human Contact period next. So what would you give this one?
I would give this one a 3.5. I like it, but it's not hitting the same as the first 2 songs on the EP.
That's so crazy because it's a 4.5 out of 5 for me.
Oh my god! That's drama.
I like this one a lot. I think this one is my second favorite on the EP.
Dang.
It really is. I don't know. London to me, I would say that Human Contact gives the same vibe as it's the internet's world. We're just living in it. Mm-hmm. In the way in which I feel like the song is constructed and whatnot. But I don't know. There's just something about it where I will go back and forth between London and Human Contact. And London to me is superior. It's just like a notch above Human Contact. So I would give it a 4.5. I could be like convinced and discussed that maybe it's a 4, but for me, it's my second favorite song on this EP.
Yeah. So, you know, fun fact, it's the internet's world. We're just living in it is my second favorite.
Oh. So our favorites are within the first 3 of the EP.
Yep.
Look at that. Look at that. But yeah, I personally really liked Human Contact, period. So that's the reason why it's got a 4.5. Okay. What's the next one, Chanel?
The next one is I've Got a Friend.
I've Got a Friend, period.
Period.
Yeah. This one, I think it's between 3.5 out of 5 to 4 out of 5 for me.
Ooh.
What is it for you?
I gave this a 2.5.
Chanel Lee. Explain yourself.
Dang. So this song's boring to me. It's boring. It's like cute or whatever, but it's kind of boring. And let me preface, I like slow songs. I like ballads. So it's not because it's slow. There's just not a lot going on. And I feel like sonically they could have done more.
Okay. I mean, you got that background in music, so I believe in you, but it just hits me in a different spot. It's true.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just hits me in a different spot, personally.
Yeah. Which is fair.
So, yeah. I would say 3.5, because I said 3.5 before. I'll give it a 3.5, because now I'm looking at, whenever I try to rate things, I try to look at them relative to everything else.
Yeah.
So yeah. Because again, I think I can't remember what I gave everything, but I think relatively it's a 3.5. I know London is a 5. I think Human Contact I gave 4.5. I Got a Friend I think is a 3.5. But yeah, and I gave the internet's world, we're just living in it. I'm pretty sure I gave a 4. So this is probably a 3.5. Cool. Next song is I Might Bore You, period. Give it to me, Chanel. I'm scared.
You scared?
Yeah, I'm scared.
I Might Bore You. I gave this a 3.5, but I honestly think I could go up to a 4. It's a good song. Oh. The beat on this one, they were killing the game with that. I just feel like probably the lyrics for me needed a little bit more work, but I was into it.
Yeah. So I agree with you. I give it a 3.5. Yeah.
I like when we're in alignment.
I know, because then nobody got to explain themselves. That 2.5 threw me. I just got to say it again.
You said 3.5 to 4. I said, oh.
You said 2.5.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
Okay. Final song. Oh no, not final song.
Second to last.
Penultimate. I think I lost my number. Can I have yours? Period. Or question mark, actually. There's no period.
Ooh, it's a question.
It's a question.
That's drama.
So personally, just not even getting into rating of the song, I love the song title. I really like it. I thought it was a cheeky.
A little flirty.
It's a little flirty, cheeky. I think I'm going to give this one a 4.
Okay. I gave this one a 3.
Okay. I could see it.
Yeah.
I could see it. 3, 4. That's not too far off. If you said 2, I think we both would have to do some explaining. But I don't think I could see, like, I think the lowest I'd probably give it is a 3.5. which is probably which is within range of what you would give it. I don't know. I go based off of feeling when I'm rating, and this is a feel-good song for me. It's worthy of a 4.
Yeah, I feel like in my rating scale, a 3 is average. Because, some people rank differently. They kind of rank in like an American way, where like a 7 out of 10 is average. I rank with the middle of the scale being average. So typically an average song, I'm like, this is a good song. If it's on, I'll listen to it, but it's not really one that I would reach out for to listen to. Especially not if I'm not listening to the EP, I'm probably not listening to the song.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So now, final song of the EP, period. EP. Emotionally abusive, period. Chanel, what is your score?
I gave this a 3.5 out of 5.
Okay. And I gave it a 3.
Okay.
I just think, for me, it's like you said, I think it's a pretty average song. Of the songs on this EP, I don't know if I would necessarily have put that as the last one. Personally, I think I Lost My Number, Can I Have Yours? I would have flipped those two. I think I Lost My Number, Can I Have Yours would have been for me a better closing to the EP. Everything else, I think they arranged it beautifully. Like, I think everything else, the way it progressed was very, very nice. I just felt as though, and even though I made the mistake in saying that I think I Lost My Number, Can I Have Yours is the last song of the EP, in my mind it is. And I think it would have been better if Emotionally Abusive and then the song prior to it were flipped.
I can see that. Yeah.
Alrighty. So overall reviews of the EP, Chanel, what would you give it on a scale of 1 to 5?
That is a very good question. Looking at my scores, I think we're sitting at probably around a 3.5.
Yeah, I think for me as well. If I did the math, it'd probably be like more like between a 3.5 and a 4, but I would just say 3.5.
Yeah, I feel like this is a good EP. London, if you got a hit, good job. Yeah. You know what I mean? If you get a 5 out of 5 on a song, good job.
London is so good.
London is so, like, it is not, it's just, I can't even speak. It's a fantastic song.
Yeah, it's very well done.
I really enjoy it. And every time I listen to it, it still makes me feel the same way I first listened to it. So very good job on that one. I feel like for me, starts off strong with the internet's world. We're just living in it. London is the peak. And then from there, it's kind of meandery and kind of meh to me.
I think it's a bell curve. I think they do decently well in a sense. I think there might, like for you at least, there's a little bit of a drop with I've Got a Friend, but I could see it as being a bell curve. For me, it's like a bell curve where, like, let's just say baseline is the internet's world. We're just living in it. It goes up for London. It kind of progresses, goes down. For me, it pops up a bit for I think I've Lost My Number, Can I Have Yours before falling out and flatlining at Emotionally Abusive.
Yeah. Yep. For me, it was, start off high, peak at London, come down for Human Contact, down for I've Got a Friend, and then the rest of the album's kind of a plateau. Above I Got a Friend, but still a plateau. But overall, like, I could sit down and listen to this whole album every day, and I wouldn't be upset. So,
yeah, I agree. It's a great song. It's a great album as well, just to concentrate to.
Yeah. Exactly. It's good background music, focus music.
Anyways, there is, for me, and I believe for you as well, one more artist that I'd like to discuss as my new artist for 2024. Would you like to introduce her, Chanel?
You see, forgive me if I'm mispronouncing this because I've never heard their name pronounced ever, but Amaarae, it's your turn. XOXO, Gossip Girl.
You got it right, Chanel. It's Amaarae. Amaarae.
Okay.
Nice job.
I'm
nice
a good
job.
guesser.
Yeah, no, actually, she was saying that she thought her name was pretty simple, but people couldn't get it right. But you got it right the first try, so claps for Chanel.
Period. Thank you. So this album is called Fountain Baby. It was released last year during summer.
Summer of 2023.
Exactly. And we have 14 tracks to get through because this is a big girl album. Period.
But
let's start.
Quickly,
go. Yeah.
Let's just discuss how we found Amaarae, because I believe it was the same, and maybe it may be slightly different, but
I don't think it was the same.
Oh, okay. So I'll say mine first. I will say the way I found Amaarae is through the power of social media. I was on TikTok. I had been following, I think the name of the show was Street Woman Fighter 2. It's a Korean
survival show?
Yeah, I would say survival show where they had different female dancers groups battling against each other to see who was the best Street Woman Fighter group. And I had been following the, I guess you could say, foreign group. I believe they had mainly Korean dancers. I think there might have been one Japanese team, but the foreign group, which was a hodgepodge mix of women from the United States, Australia, and the Netherlands. And the name of that group was called Jam Republic. So I was scrolling through my TikTok feed, and there was a dance being performed by Jam Republic, specifically Kirsten and Latrice, and it was to Amaarae song Angels in Tibet. And listening to it over and over and over, because that dance is fire, it kind of got me on the song, which led me down a hole that was Amaarae. So that's how I was introduced to her, was through dance. But then listening to that song, being like, dang, this song is good. Like, what? And then, getting to the album and still feeling the same.
So, we have some similar things, but also different things.
Okay.
I also first heard of Amaarae through TikTok. But I heard about her probably a couple years ago.
Okay.
I think. And she released a song called Sad Girls Love Money. The song was popular on TikTok. People used it for like trends. I don't remember what the trend was. But that song, I was like, hold up. Let me put that in my library. Because what is this, girl? This is good. And from that moment on, I've been a fan. She's so good.
Yes.
Woo. Yeah, that song was on repeat. Like, that changed my brain chemistry. I love that song. So the follow-up with the next album coming out and, you know, it getting popular through dances on TikTok and other things, I was like, oh yeah, let's go. Round 2. I'm ready.
Alrighty. So shall we go through? We should be pretty fast with these ones just because it's 14. And I think we can spend most of our time talking about what we think about the album in whole, in totality.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay. First song, All My Love. Chanel, what would you rate it?
I would rate this one a 3.5.
Really?
Yes.
I was gonna say it's a 3. I don't think I hear anything outside of just like a crescendo. Right?
That's because this one, it's a, what do you call them? Like an interlude, intro, whatever.
Interlude, intro,
So I have to take it for what it is, right?
Right.
I'm rating it as an interlude, as an intro. There is some music in there. There's some strings. It's a good introduction. And for me, a lot of times, the intros / like, you know, interludes, a lot of them are skippable. That one, perfect introduction to the album.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I would still just give it a baseline 3. But, okay. Moving on. Angels in Tibet.
Period. 5.
Yeah, it's a 5.
That song goes so hard.
It's a 5. It's not, there's no question. It's a 5.
That song is crazy.
It's so freaking good. I know we're not going to discuss a lot, but it's just her voice is so angelic. And the beat is so hard. And it's just like, you take such an angelic voice and put it over like Afro beats that make you want to dance. It's a combination I never thought could be a thing. But then Angels in Tibet, excuse me, takes that concept and just, the bar is all the way to the ceiling.
That bass was bassing.
Yeah.
There's one part towards like the tail end of the song where that bass hits boom, 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 boom. And I'm like, every time, give it to me again. Restart the song. Let me hear it again.
Yeah.
Because it's just so good.
It is really
fantastic.
Good. Yeah. 5. Okay, Chanel, co-star.
So co-star, I gave a 4.5.
Oh. I say that like I'm far off. I'm a 4.
Period.
It's
Period.
a good song.
I was debating between a 4 and a 4.5, but I listened to it again and I was like, yeah, this has to be a 4.5.
Yeah. Alrighty. Princess Going Digital.
5. That song.
It's a 5. It's so good. It's like 5.
Girl. 5. This song is 5.
Click.
Period. And I love this song so much. The repetition in this song is done so well. I love the background vocals and like because, repetition could get annoying very quickly, but the way she did it, and I love that it's like a refrain that repeats. I've been in the streets. I mean, right? And it's like, you're saying the same thing, but she switches it up just a little bit, and it's a male voice, and then a female voice, and then her singing it on top, and all of those things just go together, and the music is fun. Oh, it's so good.
It's so good.
So good. 5.
Okay. Big Steppa. Big Steppa for me, it's a 4 or a 4.5. I think it's a 4.5. I just listened to a quick excerpt of it, and I'm just like, it's just good. 4.5.
I would give this one a 4.
Okay. That's fair.
I feel like, I like the energy. It's kind of feeling like a throwback, but completely new at the same time, which I don't know how she does. It's like, it feels nostalgic to me just a little bit, because it's reminding me of like listening to the radio in the car with my parents and like the 2000s, like hip hop scene, right? R&B scene, but then it feels completely new. So I don't know.
Okay. Next song is Reckless and Sweet.
So this one I would give a 3.5.
Okay. This one I gave a 4. No exposition needed. Then we'll move on to Wasted Eyes. It's like I feel as though with this, what we're gonna see is that they're good songs, and just a slight variations of score is based off of our personal preference of songs.
Exactly.
Okay, so what would you give Wasted Eyes?
So Wasted Eyes, I will give a 3.5 as well.
I gave this one a 3.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the same. Okay, Counterfeit?
Yeah, Counterfeit. Let's see. This one, I think I switched my score when I was listening to it before. Let's see if it will let me. So I gave this one a 3.5.
I gave this one a 3.5.
Yeah, I think originally I had it at a 3, but something about that song.
I know.
She's cute.
I just like the instrumentals that she adds into her songs. It's just so... It's not something that I would expect. And again, with her like angelic voice, it would be... This song makes you think that the beat that she uses and the instrumentals that she uses would drown out her voice, but it works. Which is why I feel like it's warranted of a 3.5.
I agree.
Alrighty. Next song is Disguise.
Disguise. So, would you like to go first, Cindy?
I gave Disguise a 4.5. Like,
okay.
Yeah, I like it. It's a, oh no.
No. Continue.
I think it's a very well done song. Of her songs, the songs that I've heard of before listening to Fountain Baby were Angels in Tibet, Princess Going Digital, and Disguise. So I've gotten the most time with those 3 songs. So for me, the more I listen to the song, the more I can actually give my rating of them, just because familiarity, right? You're not really listening to it for the first time. You're appreciating it for what the music is. And so just based off of that, Disguise, I think, is a very good song, but I prefer Angels in Tibet and Princess Going Viral, or Princess Going Digital over Disguise.
Yeah.
What'd you give it, Chanel? I'm scared.
I gave it a 4. We're on the same page.
We're on the same page.
Yeah. That one I like, and I like the wordplay on that one with, like, I don't remember the exact lyric, but like the look in your eyes and disguise, that's kind of clever. So I did like her little wordplay. She was having fun.
Yes. Okay. Sex, Violence, Suicide.
Okay, first of all, I was listening to this while I was working, just minding my own business. And then I'm like, what song is this? What the hell?
Yep.
Why is this one named
I did
that?
the exact same double take. I was just like, what song is playing? I'm like, it's the same song? What is happening?
Yes, the same song. Because the first half, like, I don't know why she put all of this together as one song, to be honest. I feel like she honestly could have just made the first half either an interlude if it wasn't long enough, or a separate song, whatever. So I found that interesting that she put them together. And then the second half, girl, that's a punk song. What is going on?
I know, which is completely different to everything that you've heard so far.
It felt so random.
It did.
So random. What did you give this one?
I don't know. I don't think I wasn't feeling the first half of the song. I personally was not feeling Sex, Violence, Suicide at the beginning, but I like the punk. So I think it like evens out to about a 3. I think I would have given the first half 2.5 and the second half a 3.5, which is why Sex, Violence, Suicide is just going to sit at a 3 for me.
Yeah. So I have similar but different vibes. So I give this one a 3.5. And I like the first half better than I like the second half.
Yeah.
And I think for me, the first half, it's a slow song. So I feel like, you know, slow songs, they take a while to like get used to, but I like the music behind it. I liked her voice. She sounded very good. And, you know, it was a good like background music track. I think I would enjoy it the more I listen to it. Yeah. The second half of the song, still not bad. I think it's still, you know, at least average song. My issue, her voice didn't work for me on that one.
Okay. I mean, I can understand that.
And I think it didn't work for me because, you know, I'm used to listening to punk bands, rock bands. It sounded like her voice was struggling to give what she was trying to give. And so, like, especially like at the end where it's like, my way, my way. I don't remember what she yells, but like, you know, the ending where it's like repeated and she's kind of yelling, but it really just sounds like her voice is straining, in my opinion. You know, I'm thinking if somebody were to take her song and cover it with like a band that typically does punk or typically does, you know, rock music, I might like the song better, but it fell short for me.
That's fair.
Yeah.
It fell short, but you still gave it a 3.5.
Yeah, overall, I think it's a 3.5. And I feel like the main reason why I gave it a 3.5 is because it was interesting. It was interesting, and I like that she was doing something different, and it's not like every other song.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Okay, next song on the album, Sociopathic Dance Queen.
Yes.
What would you give Sociopathic Dance Queen, Chanel Lee?
I gave this a 4 out of 5.
Okay. I think I gave this a 3.5 out of 5. I think it brought it back. Sex, Violence, Suicide, the ending of that song being punk and then going back to Sociopathic Dance Queen. I think this one fits more into the theme of the album. But in comparison to the rest, I think it was an okay song. I liked it. I did enjoy it, but it's better than average, but not that much better than average.
I see. I like the the energy that the song has, it kind of reminds me of like a SZA song, like a specific SZA song with like the instrumentation, not her voice, but the instrumentation. And I like the energy, and yeah, overall, I think it was a good, solid song. I think it's going to grow on me more, but it will probably stay at a 4 for me. Yeah.
Fair. Okay. Aquamarine loves ecstasy.
What'd you give this one?
I gave this one a 3.
Okay, Cindy. Okay. I give this one a 3.5. We're pretty like on par for most of these.
We are. It's so funny because I think we were pretty on par. Our music taste aligns pretty well. We were pretty on par with Baby Tate as well, if not exactly the same with Baby Tate. The only thing where we found more polarization was in Milk, period.
Yep.
But anyway, Water from Wine. Chanel, you go first with this one. What do you rate it?
So I think I would also rate this a 3.5 as well.
Yeah, I would actually agree with that with this one. I like this one slightly better. I feel like a lot of these songs kind of hit the same, where it's again mood. I could see myself being more in the mood of listening to this one, and if I wanted to go to a song to listen to off this album, I would hit Water from Wine over like some of the other ones that I rated slightly lower. But I agree. It's the same as you, but just to kind of clarify where my scorings are coming in, that's the reason why of like the slight discrepancy between 3 and 3.5.
Yeah.
And now finally, the last song, Come Home to God.
Yes. So let me just say, this song also feels random to me.
Yeah, I agree.
Because it's a rock song.
Yep. I was thinking the exact same thing.
And I'm like, what are we doing, girl? What are we doing? What's happening? So I gave this one a 3.5 because again, I like that she does stuff that's just random. Like, I like that not random per se, but like outside of where we would place her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I like that she tries new things. This song is not a bad song, but it doesn't do it for me. If someone put it on, I'm not gonna be mad, but I was just surprised that she had a rock song after the punk song, especially because after the punk song, we just went back to business as usual.
Yeah.
And then you surprised us with the rock song at the end. What did you think, Cindy?
I think I gave this one, I actually didn't quite like it as much. I think this was, maybe it was a 2.5 for me. It was actually my least favorite song on this album, and it kind of disappointed me because it is the last song, but I just wasn't vibing with it. I do want to say, though, I should give it more of a listen of the songs, just because it wasn't one I was vibing with. It's the one I've listened to the least. And I'm notorious for going from not liking something and being like, this is my least favorite, to it's a song that's on repeat.
I love it.
Yeah, so I'm going to say 2.5 with a big, not even just a grain of salt, with a huge tab of salt, just because I feel as though if you came and talked to me about it in a month's time, it might change.
Yep.
So, with all that being said, looking at Fountain Baby by Amaarae, scale of 1 to 5, Chanel, what would you give this album?
Okay. I think I would give this album a 4.
Oh.
Yeah, that's because I'm looking at my scores. A majority of these songs got a 3.5 out of me, but nothing got below, I think, a 3.
Yeah. So I think for me, this one has to be a 3.5, just because a lot of the songs got it. No, actually, I would say 3.5. I'm only going to say 3.5. There was a couple of 3s. There was one 2.5. Yeah, but I still think her 5s kind of push it up to a 3.5 for me. Like, I don't think you'd be doing it justice by giving it a 3 just because those 5s are very strong.
Favorites off the album? What are they, Cindy?
Angels in Tibet, Princess Going Digital, and Disguise.
You see, I'm going to throw Co-Star in there because that song, I like that song. I like that song.
Yep.
Yeah, and then I think also Big Steppa was good.
Big Steppa was good.
Period.
Like, I think for me, I was vibing more with the first half of the album than the second half. But overall, like, I think the second half was good. It's just like you said, she started to experiment more in the second half. There seemed to be a theme that was going on in the first half that was in the second half, but kind of was lost a bit and then found again. But it's good. Amaarae she's so talented. And again, she's on my list of... She is an artist that I will be wanting to see.
Yeah.
She's on the list. Like, Baby Tate, Milk Period, Amaarae. I need to see all of you in concert. And so
100%.
My money's not quite ready. But when you announce concert dates, tour dates, I'll make it ready. Yeah, I'll make it ready.
Yeah. So I'm excited to see what she has coming up next. I definitely want to go back and listen to her previous album as well, because I love the single off of that song, or off of that album.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, Fountain Baby, 4 out of 5. That's solid out of me.
That is
3.5. That's still not bad, girl.
That is solid.
So she's doing a great job.
What'd you rate Milk Period?
I think Milk, I did a 3.5.
Okay,
if I'm not
so
mistaken.
For you, it goes Baby Tate, Amaarae, Milk Period.
Yes.
I can't remember. I think I also gave Milk Period a 3.5.
Yeah, I think you did. I think we were matching.
Yeah, they were matching. So I would say it's Baby Tate's not a question. And then Amaarae, Milk Period are tied for second, which is they're just as great. They're good. I like them.
Yes.
But this was fun, Chanel. I enjoy.
This was fun.
I enjoy talking music. I'm looking forward to finding more artists. The fact that we found 3 new artists to listen to in January.
Yeah.
At the beginning of the year.
Yeah, we gotta stack it up.
We gotta stack it up. Anyway, it was nice talking to you, Chanel.
It was nice talking to you, Cinti.
We may never speak again, but I just want to let you know.
We're never going to talk again. I don't even know who you are. How'd you get my phone number?
That's crazy. That is so crazy. Anyway, I'll talk to you later.
Alrighty. Bye.
Bye.
Is someone knocking on my door? Hello? Open the door. Open the door. I'm filming a podcast right now. Goodbye.
Bye.
You want to say hi to the podcast?
No, thank you.
Okay, bye.